Mindful Life Practice community.
All right, we'll start on our backs. Coming down. Closing the eyes. Just kind of settling in that stillness before we move. Checking in with how you're feeling this morning or this evening. Emotionally, physically, mentally. What is your starting point for today without judging where you're starting? Just that awareness, that noticing. And starting to deepen the breath. Doing that nice even inhale and exhale. Trying to breathe in and out through the nose if you can. And then on your next exhale, start to draw the right knee into the chest. Give it a little squeeze towards those right ribs. And then the right hand's going to grab the outer edge of that right foot, coming into a little half happy baby. And if the foot's too far away, you can always grab the shin or the calf, somewhere on that right leg. Using that left hand to kind of anchor the left hip. And then bending into that left knee, bring the right foot on top of the left knee, press that right knee away, and reach the arms through your figure four shape. And then slowly release, unwind, let that right leg come long and draw the left knee into the chest, switching sides. And then left hand will grab somewhere, maybe the outer edge of that left foot, half happy baby on the other side. Keeping those hips heavy into the mat, melting down. And then bending the right knee, let that left foot come on top of the right knee, press that left knee away, keeping that left ankle nice and flexed, and then reaching through, maybe grabbing the thigh, maybe the shin. And then slowly release, reach both legs up towards the ceiling, and release the hands, a Kali Mudra, Charlie's Angels. And then we're going to float that left leg to hover, lift up, reach the hands outside that right leg, and then switching sides. So hands come to the left, right leg floats. Keeping that low back pressed into the mat as you move. Warming up. You can go as slow or as fast as you want here. Try to keep those shoulders lifted. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then bending the knees so the shins are kind of parallel to the mat. Press the hands into the knees so shoulders are lifted. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, releasing back down. Let those tuck those knees into the chest. little rock side to side on the sacrum. And then we'll start to rock along the length of our spine, coming all the way up over through our seated, over to all fours, into our cat-cows. So inhale, lifting the heart, lifting the tailbone. Exhale, round the spine, moving like that, in and out. And maybe you take a few side to sides or a little barrel roll, whatever movement you need to wake up the spine. And then coming back to your neutral, pressing into the hands, tuck the toes, float those knees just to hover over the mat. So shoulders are stacked over the wrists. Pull the belly button in and up, pressing back through the heels. Nice and strong here. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly pressing up and back to your down dog. You can walk your dog here. Bending one knee, bending the other. And then bring the feet towards the edges of your mat a little bit wider. Down dog, lifting up the right hand, reaching across somewhere for that left leg, opening up into a twist. See if you can gaze under that left arm. And then inhale, bring the right hand back. Lift the left hand, reach it across for the right leg. See if you can gaze under that right arm, twisting, opening. And then inhale, back to center. Now we're gonna lift that right leg up, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, step that right foot to the outside of that right hand, coming down into your lizard lunge. An option here, if you want to bring that right hand kind of just above the right knee, kind of opening up into a little bit of a twist. You can come to that outer edge of that right foot too, if that feels good. If you want to, you can also bend that left knee, reach back with the right hand. Maybe you find the foot, the ankle, drawing that foot towards that left hip. And then slowly release the foot. Right peace fingers are going to grab that right big toe, lift up the back knee, come to the outer edge of that left foot, and then see if you can sweep that right leg up. Maybe the knee stays bent, maybe start to play with lengthening it out. And then slowly release that big toe, step that right foot behind you into your wild thing. Flip dog, reaching that right hand to the front of the room. And then lifting that right foot so that we come to land on the top of that right foot, coming all the way down on top of that right shin. So we're facing the back of our mat, left leg long. You're in this half hero pose. And then just take a little fold. So not your deepest fold all the way down, just so you feel a little engagement through those left hamstrings. Keep a little micro bend in that left knee. And then we're going to lift the hips, coming into a half splits. So pressing into that left heel, draw those left toes towards you, folding over that left leg. Inhale. Exhale, come all the way back down to that half hero again. Left hand's going to come towards the front of your mat, pressing that outer edge of that left foot down, lifting up the hips so that we can get that right ball of foot down again into our flip dog. Pressing into that left foot, lift the right leg, step it all the way to the top of your mat. Left knee's going to come down into a low lunge, reaching the arms up, inhale. And keep that back toe tucked or untucked. And then exhale the right fingertips down. They can just kind of dangle. Maybe they come to the floor. Find a little side bend, reaching that left hand over to the right side. Inhale to center. Exhale, left fingertips down to that left side. Reach the right arm over to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, those hands come down. Step that right foot back. And then press that to your down dog. And then inhale, taking little rolls in your down dog. Keeping the knees a little bend. Keeping it fluid. So you kind of feel some movement through the spine. Maybe it starts off really small and then starts to get a little bit bigger. You start to come all the way to plank pose. Maybe you start to come into a little bit of a up dog. And meeting back in our down dog and stillness, take a breath. And then inhale, lifting the left leg, three-legged down dog. Exhale, step that left foot to the outside of that left hand, right knee comes down. Coming into that lizard twist. So maybe that left hand comes on top of that left knee. And pressing out, kind of lifting the heart a little bit more to that left side towards the ceiling. Again, if you want to also, you can bend that right knee, reach back with the left hand. Maybe you find the foot, maybe they're just reaching towards each other. And then slowly release that bind. Left piece fingers are going to grab the left big toe. Lift the back knee. Come onto the outer edge of that right foot. Start to sweep that left leg up. And again, play with pressing into that right big toe to find your stability. Maybe reaching that left leg long. Maybe not. Maybe you release the bind, whatever works for you. And then slowly stepping that left foot behind you, lift the hips, reach that left hand in your flip dog, your wild thing. And then we're going to come onto the top of that left foot, come all the way down nice and slow. Right leg is long in that half hero. Inhale and exhale. little fold. Again, being gentle, being mindful. If it is too much on the knee, just come right up into that half split. It's a little bit less intense on the knee. And then we'll all come up, lifting the hips into your half splits. Finding that sweet spot. Drawing that right hip back, left hip forward, folding over. And then slowly coming back down onto the hips. Right hand reaches to the front of the mat. Outer edge of that right foot. Lift the hips. Tuck that left toe back to that flip dog. And then slowly lifting that left foot. Step it to the front of your mat. Facing the front again in that low lunge. Melting those hips forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, left fingertips come down to that left side. Reach the right over to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, right fingertips come down on the right. Left arm reaches over to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, hands come down. Step that left foot back, plank pose. Bring the knees down, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Moving up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes. Press the hips up and back. Down dog. I try not to sneeze. Take 2 deep breaths here. My whole room smells like neem oil. If anyone has plants, I think I have some kind of pest or something. So I wiped all of my leaves with neem, and now my whole room smells like peanuts. Then inhaling, gazing forward, bend the knees. Step up or float to the top of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way to stand, reach the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Just setting your intention here, eyes closed, shoulders back and down. What is your purpose, your intention with your movement? How do you want to feel? How do you want to be? And just setting that intention. Feel it in with a big inhale and a big exhale. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. And on the left fingertips, inhale, reach the right arm up into a little twisted forward fold. If you want, you can bring that right hand kind of towards that left hip crease, little bind. And then inhale, coming back out, switching sides, right hand down, left arm up, rotating through that thoracic spine and back. Maybe that left hand comes to that right hip crease. And inhale, release, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose. From the knees, from the balls of the feet, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Then inhale, gaze forward, bend the knees, step, hop, or float. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll all the way up, reach the arms. Exhale, hands heart centered. Inhale, reach the arms up, interlace the hand, index fingers point. Find a little back bend here. So lifting the heart, gazing up. Engage through the legs, through the glutes, pressing into the feet, the heels. Inhale to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose. Shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. Exhale, down dog. Inhaling, gaze forward, bend the knees, step up or float. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, fold. Inhale, roll all the way up, reach the arms. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step the feet back, plank pose. Staying in your plank, bring the right palm to the center of your mat, outer edge of the right foot, lift the left arm, side plank, Vashisthasana. Inhale. Exhale, left hand comes down, take one chaturanga push up. And then left hand to the center of the mat, outer edge of the left foot, lift the right arm, side plank, press those hips up, stack the left shoulder over the wrist. Inhale. Exhale, hand comes down, take a chaturanga, push up, and press back to your down dog. Inhale. And exhale, let it go. And then inhaling, lifting that right leg, 3-legged down dog. Exhale, step that right foot between the hands. Right fingertips are going to come in front of you. Slowly starting to lift that left leg, stack the left hip over the right hip into your half moon. You can be on the fingertips here. You can also have a block under that right hand. An option here, if you want to bend that left knee, reach back with the left hand, pressing that hip open, getting a nice little quad stretch in that left quad. And then slowly release back to your half moon. And slowly bending into that right knee, step that left foot back into your warrior two. So imagine that right thigh is spiraling out and down. Feel that engagement, strong through the core, up, ribs knitting together, arms reaching wide. And then lifting the right toes and finding them parallel to the top edge of the mat. Left foot's going to turn so the left toes are facing the back of your mat. Reach the left fingertips forward and then folding into your Trikonasana Triangle pose. Trying to stack the arms, maybe gazing up to the right fingertips. Feeling that length through both sides of the torso. And then exhale, sweep that right arm down, turning, lifting that right foot so that all 10 toes are facing forward now into your pyramid pose. So drawing that left hip back, right hip forward, folding over that left leg. And then pressing into the left foot, lifting that right leg up into your standing splits, reaching those right toes, reaching the forehead towards that left shin. You can play with the balance. Let me grab behind that left ankle, or you can use the hands, kind of press you deeper into the pose. And then inhale, bring that right leg down so it's the right toes are facing the mat. And then lifting one hand, then the other to heart center into your warrior three. Find your balance. Keeping a little micro bend in that left knee. Pressing out through that right heel. Inhale. Slowly draw that right knee up, coming to stand. Cross the right foot over the left knee. Sink the hips back into your figure four chair pose, Utkatasana. Inhale, coming back up to stand. Left hand can grab outside that right knee or the outer edge of that right foot. Reaching the right arm back, lengthen that right leg long, or keep it bent in your standing twist here. And slowly bend the knee, step that right foot back, warrior two. Turn the left toes to parallel, turn the right toes, reach forward, fold triangle pose facing the front of your mat. Inhale and exhale, left hand comes down, planting both hands, step that right foot back, plank pose, shift forward, exhale, chaturanga, inhale, up dog cobra, and exhale, down dog. Taking 2 breaths, slow it down. And inhaling, gaze forward, bend the knees, step hop or flipped to the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, sink the hips, chair pose. Legs, thighs, glutes are engaged. Take one more inhale. Exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale. And exhale, forward fold. Bring the feet wide, sink the hips into your malasana. Hands to heart center. And then bring the hands down, shoulder width apart, lifting hips, knees nice and high up onto the triceps, gaze forward, leaning so that the elbows can stack over the wrist, and maybe we lift one toe, maybe the other toe, crow pose. And then stepping back, hopping back, taking your flow, and leading back in our down dog. And then inhaling, lifting the left leg. Exhaling, stepping forward, coming onto those left fingertips, or a block. Stacking that right hip over the left, your Ardha Chandrasana. Staying here. Or that same option we did on the other side, bending that right knee, grabbing the right foot, ankle, pressing the foot into the hand to find that little bit of a back bend, heart opener. And then slowly release. Little bend in that left knee. Step the right foot back into your warrior two. So adjusting your stance, kind of where you land might not be exactly where you want your feet to be, just adjusting. And then finding stillness in your warrior. Strong through the legs, active through the core, the arms, gazing forward. Then lifting up the left toes, planting that left foot so it's parallel, turning the right toes to face the back of your mat. Reach those right fingertips forward, and then stacking the arms, triangle pose, Trikonasana. And not going so far down that you kind of lose that connection with that right side body, that it's not really engaged anymore. It's not working. Both sides are working to hold you up here. Inhale. And then exhale, sweep that left arm forward, lifting that left foot, finding your pyramid pose stance so that both hips are facing forward, all 10 toes are facing forward. Inhale, length, and then exhale, fold. And then pressing into that right foot, start to shift the weight into that right foot, lifting the left leg into your half splits, reaching those left toes, folding over that right leg. Noticing how one side compares to the other in your standing splits. Each side needs a little more love and attention, maybe. And then bring that left hip down so it's in line with the right hip, toes facing the mat. Bring one hand and then the other to heart center into your warrior three. Find your balance. And always in your warrior three, you can have the fingertips down if you need. Inhale, slowly come all the way up. Just stand, drawing that left knee in. Left foot is going to cross over that right knee. Sink the hips back into that figure four chair. Keeping that gaze steady, help with the balance. And then slowly coming back up. So stand, right hand to the outside of that left knee or the outside of that left foot. Left arm reaches back. Maybe lengthen out that left leg. And slowly bend the knee. Step that left foot back. Warrior two. Turn the right toes. Turn the left toes. Reach that left hand forward. And find that triangle just for breath. Inhale. And exhale, right hand comes down. Step that left foot back. Plank pose. Shift forward. Let's do 2 chaturanga push-ups. So it can be from the balls, or the feet can be from the knees. Lower down. Lift up. Lower down. Lift up. And then lower. Inhale, up dog cobra. And exhale, taking either down dog or child's pose. Catching your breath. Slowing it down. And then when you're ready, coming back up to your down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, draw the right knee to right tricep, over to the left tricep, over to the right tricep, side to side, for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick that right foot out to the left side, lifting that left arm up into your fallen triangle. Exhale, bring it back, knee to chest. Step that right foot down, left heel comes down, lift up to your Trikonasana, your regular triangle. And then left hand comes down, turn the right toes. Exhale to your wide leg forward fold. Maybe walking the hands in between the legs, around the head towards the mat. And then walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, lift up. Turning the toes out. Sink the hips, goddess pose. Bring the hands to heart center. And then find a little lift up and down. Knees are tracking same direction as the toes. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands down, turn the toes back to parallel. Find a fold. And then bending the right knee, lengthening the left leg into your Skandasana. So right heel can be down, right heel can be lifted, can be higher with the hips, lower with the hips. And then switching sides, walk the hands over to the left, bend the left knee, lengthen the right leg. Inhale back to center. Walk the hands back to the front of your mat. Step that right foot back and take a flow, or just meeting in down dog. And then when you're ready, inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, left knee to left tricep, across to the right. Side to side, keeping that knee as high as you can. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Kick that left foot out to the right side. Inner edge of the right foot, lift the right arm, fall, triangle. Inhale. And exhale, hand comes down, knee to chest. Step that left foot down, right heel down, lift up, triangle pose. Inhale. And exhale, right hand comes down. Turn all 10 toes, same direction for your wide leg fold. This time, grabbing the ankles, drawing yourself in a little deeper. Really feeling the weight come into the balls of the feet, drawing yourself between the legs. And release the bind. Bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, Lift all the way up. Turn the toes out and sit into your goddess knees, tracking with the feet. Try to open those knees wide, those thighs wide. Bring the hands to heart center. And see if you can lift the right heel and then the left heel. Put the right heel down, left heel down. Lift the left heel, lift the right heel. Bring the left heel down, right heel down. Lift the right heel, lift the left heel. Hold, sit low for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the heels down, lower down in your wide leg fold. Prasarita. And then walk the hands to the right, bend the right knee, lengthen the left knee, Skandasana. If you want, hands can be at heart center or on the mat. Inhale, lift up, switch sides, left knee bends, right leg long. Once more, right side. And left side. And then turning back to face the front of your mat. Step that left foot back. Shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog cobra. And exhale, down dog. And then walk the feet towards your hands. Sit the hips down, lower all the way down onto your back. No, not for Shavasana. A little bit more core. So hands are going to be alongside, feet together, knees together. Lift the hips, kind of rolling the sacrum off of the mat. And trying not to use too much momentum here. So I could really just swing the legs back and forth, but then I'm not going to get as much engagement. Really focusing on that core, keeping the movement small. Engaging those lower abs. And then we'll add on, so you'll lift the hips and then extend the legs long to hover. Bend the knees, lift the hips, roll and extend, lift and lengthen. And keep this movement nice and slow and controlled. The slower the better. Go for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold in that extended part for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knees into the chest and roll back up to seated. From here, using the hands, coming up into a forward fold, a wide forward fold. So feet to the edges of your mat and then folding. And from here, maybe keep working on your forward fold, maybe walking the hands behind you, in between the feet, in between the legs. Or if you want to play with your butterfly pose or Trikonasana, we're going to walk the hands behind. So fingertips are facing forwards. And I'm going to keep walking, a little bend in the knees so that I can get those hands behind me, palms down. And then I'm going to lower my hips so that kind of my thighs are on top of my upper arms. And then maybe I can lift my feet. Maybe I can cross the feet. This is the shoulder pressing pose. Maybe I can work on balancing with the legs long, depending on how the hamstrings are feeling today. Let's play around there. Take a little roll of the wrists. Come in, come out. Maybe you're just working on the flexibility of the hamstrings. Maybe you do one side and then the other, kind of like a half Trikonasana. And if you fall, it's kind of the easiest one to fall because you just fall on your bum and not on your face. And then once you're done, just again in your forward fold, give those wrists a little shake, little roll. And then we're going to step back into our down dog. Inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, draw the right knee to right wrist. Coming into your pigeon pose. You can always come into that figure four on your back that we did at the beginning. You want to come onto the forearms, you can here. And just kind of melting the heart forward, melting the head forward, melting that left hip down towards the mat. And slowly coming back up, pressing into the palms, tuck the left toes, step up and back to your down dog. Little walk of your dog. Or we switch to the other side. And then inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, draw the left knee to left wrist. Melting those hips down, finding how close that left foot needs to be to the right hip, a little closer. If the hips are really tight, maybe it can have a little bit more distance between them. And just finding stillness here. Finding where can you release a little bit more tension? Where are you holding on in the arms or the shoulders, in the face, the jaw? What can you let go of here? And slowly come back up. Press into the hands, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back, down dog. And tippy toe walk those feet all the way to the hands, sinking the hips down, and then bring the legs to a 90, or maybe even a little bit wider here for your left leg fold. Finding those sits bones. Maybe you need a little like a towel or blanket underneath the hips here. Can just kind of help you get that forward anterior tilt. Once you're there, toes reaching towards the ceiling, starting to walk the hands forward, down the middle between the legs. So keep Reaching the sits bones back, reaching the heart forward, the opposite directions. And then reaching the inner thighs out and down, that external rotation. And then slowly start to walk the hands back up. Bend the knees, draw the legs back together. And then bring the left knee down onto the mat. Right foot is going to cross over that left knee. And if it's too much on the hips, you can also have that left leg along here with that right foot crossed over. And then we're going to start to turn to that right side. Left arm hugs that right knee and right fingertips behind, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, finding more length on the spine. Exhale, twisting. Inhale, coming back to center. And switching sides. Right knee comes down. Left foot crosses over. Trying to get that whole left sole of the foot down on the mat if you can. Inhaling tall. That right arm hugs that left knee in. Left fingertips behind. Inhale, coming back to center. Unwind the legs. Maybe just take a little windshield side to side with those knees. And then bring the hands underneath the knees. Slowly start to lower all the way down onto your spine. Draw the knees in. And then coming into a full happy baby, grabbing the outer edges of both feet, drawing those knees down towards the floor. Maybe finding a little rock side to side. And then releasing the feet, draw the right knee to the chest, left leg long. And then bring that right knee across the body to the left side, right arm extends, gazing towards that right arm, right hand. And switching, coming back to center. Left knee into the chest, right leg long. And then right hand will draw that left knee over to the right side. Left arm extends long. And then inhale back to center. And then slowly unwinding into your final resting pose, your Shavasana. And you have any last movements or twitches, scratches. And then finding that stillness, connecting to your breath, connecting to your body. Right here, right now. Letting go of anything else outside of your mat. giving yourself permission to just be in the present moment. And slowly starting to deepen the breath. Wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. And then inhale, reaching the arms long overhead, taking a big stretch. And exhale, drawing those knees into the chest. Rolling into a little ball on your favorite side. Taking 2 slow deep breaths. And when you're ready, gently coming all the way up to a seated position. Taking your time. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Exhale, draw the hands through to heart center, bowing the head. Finding gratitude for your practice, for your body, for your breath, for your thoughts. Thank yourself for taking the time out of your day to do something good for yourself. As always, I'm grateful to share this practice with you guys. Have an excellent rest of your day. Namaste.